One single plant, tucked in the corner of a backyard in rural Tennessee, generated over $9,000 in a single growing season. And the woman who grew it had zero farming experience when she started. Let that sit for a second. What if I told you the most profitable crops in the world aren't hiding on massive industrial farms? They're growing quietly in backyards, side yards, and tiny homestead plots, and most people walk right past them without ever knowing what they're worth. While grocery prices climb higher every single month, while food supply chains buckle under pressure, and while families everywhere feel the squeeze of inflation, a small but growing number of people are doing something radically different. They're planting their way to financial freedom. Today, I'm counting down 20 profitable plants that can genuinely make you rich. Some of them you've heard of, some of them will shock you. And number one, I promise you, number one changes everything. It's the kind of plant that builds generational wealth from a single row in your garden. If you're someone who believes in self-sufficiency, who wants to stop depending on a broken system, go ahead and hit subscribe. You don't want to miss what's coming. Why this matters. Here's the reality nobody wants to talk about. The average American family now spends well over $10,000 a year on groceries. That number has jumped dramatically in just the last 3 years. Meanwhile, the cost of seeds? A few dollars. The cost of a little land, some sunlight, and honest work? Practically nothing. The gap between what you pay at the store and what it costs to grow your own is enormous, and inside that gap is real money. Real freedom. Whether you're selling at farmers markets, supplying restaurants, running an online shop, or simply slashing your own grocery bill to almost zero, these 20 plants are proven moneymakers. Some produce harvests within weeks. Others pay you back year after year after year, like a living savings account rooted in the earth. This isn't theory. This is happening right now on homesteads across the country. Let's get into it. Number 20. Culinary herbs, basil, cilantro, chives. We're starting with something deceptively simple, and that's exactly why most people overlook it. Fresh culinary herbs, basil, cilantro, chives, parsley, are some of the highest profit per square foot crops you can grow. A single basil plant can produce harvests every 2 weeks through the growing season, and a bundle of fresh-cut basil sells for $3 to $5 at any farmer's market. Now multiply that across just a small raised bed. These herbs grow fast. We're talking seed to harvest in as little as 3 to 4 weeks for some varieties. They thrive in zones 3 through 11 depending on the type, and most do beautifully in containers, if space is tight. The aroma alone, that warm, peppery scent of fresh basil on a summer morning, there's nothing like it. Restaurants pay premium prices for locally grown herbs because the flavor difference is undeniable. Research suggests many culinary herbs are rich in antioxidants and may support digestive health, which makes them even more marketable. Start small, harvest often, and watch the returns stack up. But this next one, this is where it starts to get interesting. Number 19. Microgreens. If you want fast money from plants, it's hard to beat microgreens. These tiny, nutrient-dense greens, sunflower, radish, pea shoots, broccoli, are harvested just 7 to 14 days after planting. That's not a typo. 2 weeks from seed to sale. And they command premium prices, often $10 to $30 per pound, at markets and restaurants. You don't even need outdoor space. Microgreens grow indoors on simple trays with basic grow lights, which means you can produce year-round regardless of your climate zone. A spare bedroom, a garage shelf, a basement corner, any of these works. Studies have shown that microgreens can contain up to 40 times more nutrients than their mature counterparts, and that health angle is a massive selling point. The texture is delicate, the flavors are intense, and chefs absolutely love them. This is one of the fastest paths from zero to profitable that exists in the plant world. Low startup cost, rapid turnover, high demand. And the next plant on this list? It practically sells itself. Number 18. Lavender. Close your eyes and imagine walking through rows of purple blooms on a warm June evening. The fragrance so thick you can almost taste it. That's lavender. And it's not just beautiful, it's a cash machine. Dried lavender bundles sell for $10 to $15 each. Lavender essential oil, sachets, soaps, and wedding decorations create multiple income streams from a single crop. English lavender varieties thrive in zones 5 through 9 and prefer well-drained soil with full sun. Once established, a lavender plant can produce for 15 years or more with minimal care. Plant it once, harvest for decades. The dried flowers hold their scent for months, making them perfect for online sales. Traditionally used in aromatherapy and believed to support relaxation and sleep quality, lavender carries a wellness appeal that drives customer loyalty. 1 acre of lavender has been reported to generate anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 annually. This is the kind of plant your grandparents would have planted. Now, the next one is even more powerful. Number 17. Ginger. Here's a plant most people assume they can't grow unless they live in the tropics. They're wrong. Ginger grows surprisingly well in containers and can be cultivated indoors or in greenhouses, across nearly any climate zone. In warmer zones, 8 through 12, it thrives directly in the ground. You plant a simple rhizome, and within 8 to 10 months, you're pulling up fresh ginger root worth $8 to $15 per pound at market. Fresh, locally grown ginger is dramatically different from the dried-out knobs at the grocery store. The flavor is sharper, juicier, more alive, and the demand is massive. Health food stores, juice bars, and wellness customers pay top dollar for organic ginger. Research suggests ginger may support healthy inflammation response and digestive comfort, which has been recognized in traditional medicine for thousands of years. One planting can yield multiple pounds from a single container. Grow it on a porch, grow it in a greenhouse, grow it under a grow light. This plant doesn't care, it just produces. And the next one on this list is where things get genuinely surprising. Number 16. Mushrooms, shiitake, and oyster. Technically not a plant, but the profit potential is too massive to leave off this list. Gourmet mushrooms, especially shiitake and oyster varieties, are among the highest value crops per square foot on the planet. Oyster mushrooms can sell for $12 to $20 per pound, and they grow on simple substrates like straw or hardwood logs in shaded areas. You can produce mushrooms in a basement, a shed, under a tree canopy, or inside a simple fruiting chamber. Zones don't matter much because you control the environment. Shiitake logs can fruit for 3 to 5 years from a single inoculation. The texture is meaty, the flavor is rich and earthy, and the market demand from restaurants and health food stores is consistently high. Studies suggest certain mushroom varieties may support immune function and contain compounds being researched for broader health benefits. The startup is inexpensive, the learning curve is gentle, and the margins are outstanding. Now let's keep climbing. The profits only get bigger from here. Number 15. Hot peppers, specialty varieties. Not your average jalapeno, we're talking specialty hot peppers. Ghost peppers, Carolina Reapers, habaneros, and exotic varieties that hot sauce makers and spice companies are desperate to buy. A single plant can produce dozens of peppers through the season, and rare dried peppers sell for stunning prices per pound, sometimes $50 or more for super hot varieties. Hot peppers grow well in zones 5 through 11 and love full sun and warm soil. They go from seed to first harvest in about 70 to 90 days. The real magic happens when you process them dried pepper flakes, fermented hot sauces, pepper powders. The value-added potential is enormous. Capsaicin, the compound that creates the heat, has been extensively studied and may support metabolism and circulation. The community around hot peppers is passionate and loyal, which means repeat customers. Grow what others won't, and you own the market. The next one has been making people money for centuries, literally. Number 14. Garlic. There's a reason garlic has been called the people's medicine for thousands of years. But beyond its legendary health reputation, traditionally believed to support heart health and immune function, garlic is astonishingly profitable. Specialty hardneck garlic varieties sell for $10 to $15 per pound at farmers markets. Elephant garlic and unique heirloom strains go for even more. You plant cloves in the fall, and by midsummer you're pulling up beautiful bulbs. It grows in zones 3 through 8 with ease. The harvest morning pulling those papery skinned bulbs from cool earth, the sharp fragrance hitting you immediately, it's one of the most satisfying moments in gardening. Garlic stores well, ships easily, and the demand never dips. Beyond selling bulbs, garlic scapes, those curly green shoots, sell separately as a gourmet spring vegetable. One crop, multiple revenue streams, minimal effort. This is a game changer for small-scale growers. But wait until you hear what's next. Number 13. Saffron Crocus. The most expensive spice on earth, grows from a small, unassuming flower bulb. Saffron retails for anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 per pound. Now, harvesting saffron is labor-intensive. Each flower produces only 3 tiny red stigmas, but that's exactly what makes it so valuable, and you can grow it right in your backyard. Saffron crocus bulbs thrive in zones 6 through 9, preferring dry summers and well-drained soil. You plant them in late summer, and they bloom in fall, producing those precious crimson threads. Even a small plot of a few hundred bulbs can yield enough saffron to generate meaningful income. The flavor is unlike anything else, warm, honeyed, slightly metallic, and it's been prized by ancient civilizations from Persia to Rome. Research suggests saffron may support mood and cognitive health. This is generational wealth hidden in a tiny flower. And now we're entering territory where things get seriously exciting. Number 12. Moringa. They call it the miracle tree. And when you see the numbers, you'll understand why. Moringa grows aggressively fast, up to 15 feet in a single year, and virtually every part is edible and sellable. Leaves, pods, seeds, even the flowers. Dried moringa leaf powder sells for $15 to $30 per pound online, and the global demand is exploding. In warm climates, zones 9 through 12, moringa grows like a weed. In cooler zones, it thrives in large containers brought indoors for winter, or grown as a vigorous annual that still produces abundant leaf harvests within months. The nutritional profile is staggering. Research suggests moringa leaves contain significant amounts of protein, iron, calcium, and vitamins A and C. Traditional medicine systems across Africa and Asia have used moringa for centuries. Harvest leaves every few weeks, dry them, powder them, and sell online. The profit margins are remarkable. The next one might be the most underrated moneymaker on this entire list. Number 11. Elderberry. Picture clusters of deep purple berries hanging heavy on arching branches, each cluster worth its weight in wellness gold. Elderberry products, syrups, tinctures, dried berries, jams have surged in popularity, with elderberry syrup alone selling for $15 to $25 per bottle. And the raw berries? They're in constant demand from herbalists and health food companies. Elderberry bushes grow in zones 3 through 9, tolerate a range of soil types, and many varieties begin producing fruit within their second year. They're tough, resilient, and incredibly productive once established. A single mature bush can yield 12 to 15 pounds of berries annually. Studies suggest elderberries are rich in anthocyanins and may support immune health, which has driven consumer demand through the roof in recent years. The harvest comes in late summer. Those dark, glistening clusters practically beg to be picked. Process them into value-added products, and your profit per bush multiplies dramatically. We're officially in the top 10 now, and every single one from here is a powerhouse. Number 10. Passion fruit. There's something almost tropical and luxurious about cracking open a ripe passion fruit, that intense, sweet tart aroma that fills the room. And at $3 to $5 per fruit at specialty markets, passion fruit is one of the most profitable vine crops you can grow. A single established vine can produce over 100 fruits per season. Passion fruit vines grow quickly, often fruiting within their first year from transplant, and thrive in zones 8 through 11. In borderline zones, growing them in large containers or against south-facing walls extends their range. They love full sun, moderate water, and something sturdy to climb. The flavor is unmistakable, intense, fragrant, completely unlike anything from a grocery store. Restaurants, bakeries, and cocktail bars pay premium prices for fresh, local passion fruit. The pulp freezes beautifully for year-round sales. Traditional uses across South American cultures have linked passion fruit to relaxation and digestive support. And the next plant? It might just be the easiest money on this list. Number 9. Lemongrass. Lemongrass is one of those plants that makes you wonder why everyone isn't growing it. It's ridiculously easy to cultivate, grows fast in clumps that multiply every season, and sells for $3 to $5 per stalk at markets, often more at Asian grocery suppliers. A small patch of lemongrass can produce hundreds of stalks per season. It thrives in zones 8 through 11 outdoors, and grows beautifully in pots for colder climate gardeners who bring it inside for winter. From a single nursery start, you'll have a sprawling clump within months. The citrus fragrance is clean, bright, and immediately recognizable. Thai restaurants, Vietnamese kitchens, and tea companies are consistent buyers. Lemongrass tea is traditionally believed to support digestion and calm the nerves. Dried lemongrass sells well online too. Minimal pests, minimal disease, maximum return. Now, here's where the countdown gets truly powerful. Number 8. Goji Berries. Ancient Chinese medicine has revered these tiny red berries for thousands of years, and modern markets have caught up in a big way. Dried goji berries sell for $15 to $25 per pound, and fresh goji berries, at premium markets, command even higher prices. The bushes are hardy, drought-tolerant, and incredibly productive. Goji berry plants grow in zones 3 through 10, that's an enormous range. They handle poor soil, cold winters, and hot summers with equal resilience. Most plants begin producing fruit within their second year, and yields increase annually as the bush matures. The berries are small, bright red, with a sweet tangy flavor that's become a staple in smoothie bowls and health food products worldwide. Research suggests goji berries are rich in antioxidants, including zeaxanthin, which may support eye health. Grow them as a hedge, a border planting, or a dedicated row. They reward you year after year. And the next one? This is the plant that changed everything for one family I know. Number 7. Turmeric. Golden, vibrant, and bursting with value turmeric is one of the most sought-after roots in the health and wellness world right now. Fresh turmeric rhizomes sell for $8 to $15 per pound, and when you dry and powder them, the value per pound climbs even higher. Growing it yourself costs almost nothing. Turmeric thrives in zones 8 through 12 outdoors. But just like ginger, it performs remarkably well in containers and greenhouses in colder regions. Plant rhizomes in spring, and by fall you're harvesting brilliant orange-gold roots that stain your fingers and fill your kitchen with that warm, earthy aroma. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, has been one of the most researched natural substances in recent years, with studies suggesting it may support healthy inflammation response. The wellness market for turmeric is massive and still growing. Juice bars, tea companies, and supplement makers all want locally grown organic turmeric. Supply rarely meets demand. We're deep in the top territory now. Number 6 is a stunner. Number 6. Fig trees. There's something deeply ancestral about picking a ripe fig straight from the tree, warm from the sun, the skin splitting slightly, honey-sweet flesh inside. And figs are not just food for the soul. Fresh figs sell for $4 to $8 per pint at farmers markets, and a mature tree produces dozens of pounds per season. Many fig varieties, Brown Turkey, Celeste, Chicago Hardy, grow in zones 6 through 10, and some tolerate zone 5 with winter protection. Here's what most people don't realize. Certain fig varieties can produce fruit in their first or second year from planting, especially when started from cuttings. They're surprisingly low maintenance, drought-tolerant once established, and naturally pest-resistant. Dried figs, fig preserves, and fig spreads are all high-value products, traditionally associated with Mediterranean diets linked to heart health and longevity. Figs carry a story that sells itself. One tree in a sunny corner of your yard. That's all it takes. Number 5 is where this list reaches another level entirely. Number 5. Blackberries and raspberries. If you want a plant that practically prints money with minimal effort, look no further. Brambleberries, blackberries, and raspberries are among the most reliable profit producers for small growers. Fresh berries sell for $4 to $7 per pint, and pick-your-own operations generate even more because customers do the harvesting for you. These canes grow in zones 3 through 9, depending on variety, and many produce fruit in their second year. Once established, they spread and multiply on their own. Your patch grows larger and more productive every season without you spending another dime. The flavor of a sun-warmed blackberry picked straight from the cane, that burst of sweet, slightly tart juice, it's incomparable to anything in a plastic grocery store clamshell. Frozen berries, berry jams, syrups, and wine all add revenue streams. Rich in vitamin C and antioxidants, berries are perennial health food favorites. Plant them along a fence line and let them work. Number 4 is one that surprises almost everyone. Number 4. Bamboo. Yes, bamboo. And no, not the invasive kind that takes over your neighbor's yard. We're talking clumping bamboo varieties that stay contained and sell for absolutely extraordinary prices. A single potted bamboo division can sell for $30 to $75 at nurseries and online. Larger specimens go for hundreds. Clumping bamboo varieties grow in zones 7 through 11, and some cold hardy species survive in zone 5. They grow fast. Some species add several feet of height per year, and they divide easily, meaning your stock multiplies rapidly. Beyond nursery sales, bamboo poles are sold for garden stakes, construction, crafts, and furniture. Bamboo shoots from certain species are edible and command high prices at Asian markets. The sound of bamboo rustling in a breeze, the elegant arching canes, it's a living product that people pay premium prices for. Low input, high output, year after year. Now the top 3. These are the ones that can genuinely build lasting wealth. Number 3. Medicinal herb garden, Echinacea, chamomile, calendula. A dedicated medicinal herb garden isn't just one plant, it's an entire business model growing in your soil. Echinacea, chamomile, calendula, valerian, lemon balm, these herbs are the backbone of the booming natural wellness industry. And dried medicinal herbs sell for $20 to $60 per pound, depending on variety and quality. Most of these herbs grow easily in zones 3 through 9, require minimal care, and many are perennial, returning year after year. Chamomile flowers can be harvested within 60 days of seeding. Calendula blooms continuously through summer. Echinacea establishes quickly and produces roots and flowers that herbalists prize. The morning harvest ritual, picking golden calendula petals, still wet with dew, gathering chamomile blossoms that smell like sweet apples. It's the kind of work that doesn't feel like work. Studies suggest many of these herbs may support immune function, skin health, and relaxation. Sell dried herbs online, at markets, or to local herbalists. This is real, sustainable income. Number 2 will blow your mind. Number 2. Meyer lemon trees. Imagine plucking bright yellow, fragrant lemons from a tree on your own patio in January. Meyer lemon trees are one of the most versatile and profitable plants any homesteader can own. A single mature tree produces over 100 pounds of fruit annually, and organic lemons sell for $2 to $3 per pound or more. But here's where it gets incredible. Meyer lemons grow beautifully in containers, which means no matter where you live, you can produce them indoors near a sunny window. In zones 9 through 11, they thrive outdoors year-round. In colder zones, container growing with winter indoor placement works perfectly. Meyer lemons are sweeter, more fragrant, and more complex than standard lemons. Chefs and bakers will pay premium prices for them. Lemon curd, preserved lemons, lemon syrup, dried lemon slices, the value-added possibilities are endless. Research suggests lemons are rich in vitamin C and beneficial plant compounds. Many grafted Meyer lemon trees produce fruit within their first or second year. And now number 1, the plant that changes everything. Number 1, microgreen and specialty salad mix production system. This isn't just a plant, it's a system. And it's the single most profitable thing you can grow on a small homestead. Combining microgreens, baby salad greens, edible flowers, and specialty mixes into subscription boxes or weekly market offerings creates an income stream that outperforms nearly every other crop on a per square foot basis. We're talking potential earnings of $500 to over $1,000 per week from a space no bigger than a single car garage. Here's why this is number 1. Speed, consistency, and compounding demand. You're harvesting every 7 to 21 days. You're growing year-round, regardless of season or zone. You're selling a premium, perishable product that grocery stores can never replicate in freshness. Restaurants, health-conscious families, juice bars, and wellness subscription customers are lining up for this. The startup cost is minimal trays, soil, seeds, basic lighting. The margins are enormous. Research supports the superior nutrient density of freshly harvested greens. This is where small-scale growing meets real, life-changing income. This is generational wealth built from seeds and sunlight. There it is. 20 profitable plants that can genuinely make you rich. Not someday, not theoretically, but starting with what you have right now. A small patch of earth, a few containers on a porch, a corner of your garage. That's all it takes to begin building something real. You don't need to plant all 20. Pick one, just one that speaks to you, that fits your climate, that excites you when you imagine the harvest. Put that first seed in the soil. Because every great homestead, every food forest, every family legacy, it all started with a single planting. The food system out there is fragile. Prices aren't coming down. But your backyard? That's something no corporation controls. That's yours. If this video inspired you, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. We've got so much more coming. Drop a comment below and tell me, if you could only grow one plant from this list, which one would it be? And stay tuned because next time, we're covering the biggest mistakes new growers make that cost them thousands. You won't want to miss it. Until then, keep planting, keep building, and keep growing your roots.